What's good, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, man. My name is DivaTequila. I appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's Monday for me today. It should be Monday when this is posted as well. So I hope you have a wonderful week, man. Today we're going to be talking about where and how to build the perfect breeding base. This base took me pretty much the duration of the weekend to get fully set up, my location scoped out, setting the groundwork for it, doing all the floors and everything, and also working through every kind of bug that I've encountered. So without further ado, this is the location that I've got mine set at. Coordinates -257.49. It's a really wide flat area, allowed me to take advantage of the entire base space. You can see that I've got 4 breeding pens at the moment, constantly going. I think each box has like somewhere between 20 to 40 cakes in there, so constantly going. The first floor, I have all of the breeding. I have 1 storage unit in here just in case I need to fast travel from somewhere and quick dump things off. We have our PAL condenser in here, and we also have our little tower of power right here, our power statue. I'm eventually going to line up some more incubators as well, but for now this is the full breeding floor. Second floor, this is where we have like our production. You can see they all have their own little large fluffy beds on this floor, but we've got 2 ranches set up. Each ranch has a chickpea, a mozzarella, and a bee guard, so that way we can constantly have our eggs, our honey, and our milk that we'll need for cakes. And then I've got my refrigerator right here as well with a beautiful frostallion sitting up top chilling, keeping it cold for me. Let's see if I can get in here real quick. Yeah, so you see we got all our eggs, our wheat, berries, and milk over here. I've got this divider right here because the Lylene that I have that's doing all of the planting and such on this side, she'll sometimes come over here and start trying to gather some of these materials, and then she doesn't go back and plant things quick enough. So we have this divider set up. Over here we have 2 wheat plantations and 2 berry plantations. You can see that we've got our silo, we've got our water fountain, and our flower bed back over here as well, so we've got everything going, you know what I mean? So between this floor right here is basically the production of all of our cakes. So first floor we've got all of our breeding going on and our upgrades. Second floor we've got all of our production, our farming, and our ranching going on. And then we're going to go up to our third floor. Oh my goodness, of course. Of course, that'd make it look awkward. And then our third floor, we have our Orzer doing all of our electricity generation. Oh, you can see they're going night-night right now. Sometimes he doesn't go get in bed. I don't know why. They have 2 large fluffy beds up here. But on the third floor, we've got our electricity generation. We also have our cakes being made here. So you can see that he's constantly turning out some cakes. I'm low on flour at the moment, but I just need to go by real quick and scoop up the flour off of the little weed thing. So they each have their own hot tub. They each have their bed as well. Everything down on this floor, they all have their own large fluffy bed. The only pals here that don't have the large fluffy bed, they just have their regular beds, is back down on the first floor. They just have just the regular beds. That way it just fits in their little breeding pen with them. And then up on the 4th floor is our living quarters. It's a bit underwhelming at the moment, but to be honest with you, I haven't really spent the technology points getting the extra furniture. So we've got our bed here. We've got our different storage units to keep, just different miscellaneous items. Like over here, we've got a bunch of blueprints and such. On that side, we've got like skill fruit trees and such over there as well. But so we've got a 4-floor building here. It's pretty nice. It's been really effective for me. I already got my Astagon maxed out. I've almost got my Blazamut maxed out as well. You see I've got a bunch of eggs waiting for me. Yeah, man, it's really enjoyable. I actually really enjoyed the process of trying to get everything fine-tuned and trying to get everything good to go. You can see that I've only got 19 of 20 pals assigned. I've been debating on what I want the 20th pal to be. I think I might do just an Anubis maybe right here on this section, just to constantly go and pick up my ranch items, but still not entirely sure. That's the only thing that I can think of that really needs any bolstering. I did have 5 breeding pens to start out with. I was actually a bit chaotic, and I built this big structure because I was going to have 10 breeding pens. Ideally, use all 20 pals and have 10 breeding pens going at all time. it's really hard to not only think of 10 breeding combinations that you want going constantly, but also just keep up with the cake production and such, constantly running back and forth between other bases, and it essentially just becomes a full-time job at that point. Really annoying. I don't mind going through and picking up my materials and stuff though, so I don't know if I want to use that spot on an Anubis. I might use a bit of the space down on the bottom floor for like my electric medicine bench, maybe, just, you know, when one of these occasionally does get sick, but not entirely sure. But otherwise, you can see that this is an extremely effective base. Like I said, here's the location here, closest to the dew mud, a little high right of that. We got full electricity action going on. We've got all of our lamps set up, constantly producing me some eggs, so that's really nice as well. Constantly got cakes set up. Yeah, man, if you're looking for a breeding base, this is where I recommend doing it. If you don't want to use this exact location, pretty much any of these areas that you see are just wide, flat, gray areas are usually pretty good to work with. You got a lot of options on the map. I saw that this one was a pretty big one. It was a bit further away from my other base as well. I actually finally tore down my first base, so I'm going to be making a third base soon. Primarily going to be doing like the rock quarry and the wood production, possibly some high level farming going on as well. But yeah, man, so that's where we're at. I'm currently trying to breed my Blazimuts, so that way I can get my Blazimut to max level. You can see that my Blazimut's got 3 stars. I think I only need like 20 more. It'll be maxed out. My Anubis is maxed out. My Astagon's maxed out. My Pin King is also almost maxed out. I just need to start farming up some Jet Dragons so I can actually start breeding them, because I've only got the one so far, and it's obviously good. It's my mount, so I would ideally find 2 more so I can keep 1 in my inventory, and then 2 more of opposite gender so I can get them breeding as well. But yeah, man, if this helped you out, let me know. Leave a like, subscribe if you aren't already. We've got more Palworld content coming up. Been really enjoying the game. I hope you are as well. I know we've got some massive updates coming out soon. I did go over here to the tree area just to look at it and admire. I think I saw something on Twitter that the devs like confirmed this is going to be one of the upcoming content areas that's made available upon like full release or in the coming months. So be on the lookout for that. You know, we've got new pals coming and such. I'm trying my best to just full on breed up my dream team. I've got the Azarobe over there breeding as well, because I have an Azarobe here that has Artisan, Sirius, and Conceited. So trying to get that one maxed out as well. Azarobe's the one that does all my watering on the 2nd floor. If you're wondering why I use that instead of Jormuntide, the Jormuntide seems to just glitch out a lot more. My Jormuntide Ignis that I have on the 3rd floor doesn't really glitch out too often, but I think it's also because there's not a lot happening on that 3rd floor, which is why I set it up that way. We've only got the furnace, and then we have the electric kitchen, and then the Urzark up there as well. So I've done my best to try to stagger out my pals, space them out so that way we have as minimal glitches as possible, and then eventually I'll make the 4th floor look a little bit fancy as well. But man, this is what we got going on here. Let me show you an outside view real quick of my massive tower before I dip out. Wrong pal. Yeah, man, so here's our big massive tower. I think I'd like to put some stuff on the roof just to make it look cute. At the moment it does kind of look a bit like a prison is what Dax told me, so I'm going to keep putting more windows in. I think like every floor I'm going to put some windows in, but you know, it's all good, man. So anyways, man, like I said, if you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. I love you. Like and subscribe if you aren't already. Leave a comment. Let me know if this helps you, or if you have any ideas for how I can improve it. Or if you have your own breeding base you'd like to tell me about as well, that's cool too, man. But I appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Peace.